How are we all doing? Good evening. Good to be back once again. I know I was away. I was away last week, I know. I'm sorry. I apologise. But all will be explained shortly why. As you can tell, I've been busy. I've been busy with the old editing software, getting a new load screen up, and even got a new logo as well, which I quite like. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's decent price. I got it off. I went on a website called Fiverr and got them to make me one. Not sponsored by them at all for this video. I wish. I went on Fiverr and got somebody to make me it, and it turned out quite well. I'm dead pleased with it. Who we got in? We got Pete in. How you doing, Pete? Mum's in. Roger's in. Foggy's in. Who else we got in? I think there's a few more on the way. So we'll just hang fire. We'll hang fire for a little bit. Can you hear me okay? Is everything coming through okay? Is the sound good? Because I tell you what, I've had some proper issues with this sound in the past couple of weeks. Oh my god. It's been eventful. My dad's in. Hi Dad. Good to have you in. It looked like you had a nice day today. I've seen the pictures. Looked really nice where you were today. Dead sunny. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Someone give me the thumbs up if the sound's okay, because I'll be dead happy if the sound is okay after the week I've had with this thing, with this software. I tell you, I think it should be all right. But yeah, I swapped me audio interface. The one I've got at the moment. Sorry, I'm getting a bit technical. So if you zone out, I completely understand. But I want to explain myself. I really do. Basically, my audio interface is 2-channel, okay, which is great, perfect, absolutely amazing, works fine, works amazing. It's beautiful. Couldn't ask for better. It's enough for me to record my vocals and to play guitar if I want at the same time. So, but if I want to record like 2 more people or another instrument or something, I need more channels. So what I did was I got a bigger audio interface, which is 8-channel in and out. I know, hell of a step up, and it's been sat in the cupboard for a couple of weeks. And I thought, you know what, I need to get it done. I need to get it sorted. I need to sort of get it out and ready and get figuring it out and see what happens. Biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Oh my god, I tell you. I don't know what it was, but normally I'm quite good with like the technical stuff. I'm not too bad, I can figure it out. I'm the kind of man who's like, I don't need instructions, I'll figure it out. Trial and error, see how I go. I don't need any videos to help me. I'm fine. Typical bloke. But, oh, disaster. Anyway, long story short, it knackered everything. And after a couple of days trying to work it out, I basically went back to my old audio interface, hoping, do you know what, it'll be fine. I'll figure out one day. I'll go back to the old one. It'll be fine. Nah. Nope. The computer was not having it. So fun and games. So long story short, I'm here. I'm here now. I've got all the settings that I need, apart from I can't get reverb to appear anywhere. I cannot get reverb to make noise through the software I've got. So that's the only thing I need to do. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I really want to do a live stream because I've not done one for a long time. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time. So, and then, yeah, thanks, Scoop. Yeah, I did try switching it off and on again several times. Switch it on, switch it off, give it a smack. Said a few choice words at it, sent it a strongly worded letter, and it just wouldn't do it. It was being a bit of a shit. So anyway, I bought them here. So I've decided for this video what I'm going to do is I really wanted to come and do video, and what the hell is that? What have you said there, Foggy mate? You've said something bad, haven't you? Let me have a look what you said. Did you blow? Ah, that's why it's been blocked, because you said blow. Your message got blocked because you said, did you blow in the holes? That is pure filth, Foggy. Pure filth. But yes, I did try that actually. But anyway, we're here now. So what I've decided is, I'm going to do a bit of a little bit of a Who's Kev kind of thing. Because I know there's a lot of yous in now that know me already. There's quite a few that are in. Mosey doesn't know me very well, only from YouTube. How you doing, Mosey? Good to see you. But I wanted to do a bit of a mixture of like videos from past to present, sort of working your way up from when I first started to sing to today, and what I'm doing today, and what's coming in the pipeline. So basically, I've been through the archives. I've been through the many archives of the videos I've got, and I've picked out a few videos that I would like to show you. So, and this guitar was just to make it sound better while I was talking. I hope it worked. Anyway, so I might do a bit of a sing later, see how we feel. I hate not having echo. I can't stand it. I'm a bit of a prima donna when it comes to singing like that. That's the one thing I've got. If I haven't got echo, I just don't feel right. I just don't feel right. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to do a few videos for you. I'm going to take you back, way back to when I first started singing. Give you a little bit of a story. See if you like it, see if you don't like it. If it goes well, I've got plenty more videos to do. Plenty more videos to sort of show you. This is literally just a snippet of what I've done. And as people may know in the chat, you've seen a lot of these videos before, but there's a few that you won't. Even my mum would have seen it, my dad would have seen it, obviously, because my dad used to drive me to rehearsals every day, every week, sort of thing, and he got the old camcorder out. As you'll see some proper old vintage footage coming out. Oh, as well as, because I got a green screen as well, my cup's green. I had a bit of a giggle when I come on before because it made it green and it made it all sparkly, which I thought was fabulous. I loved it. It made me chuckle. So thank you for joining me, by the way. I sent a little bit of a notification out earlier on letting people know that I was doing this. A lot of people from the past and stuff like that, I don't know if they'd come over. Scooby's here, so glad to have you, bruv, honest to God. It really is. I love having you in the chat, mate. It means a lot. It really does. What's everyone saying? When we dressed and... What you on about? When we dressed as germs. Oh my God! That's just literally come flooding back to me then, Foggy. Oh my God! Yeah, I remember that. That was for was that Cubs or was it Scouts? I think it was Cubs, wasn't it? Oh no way! No way! Have you just brought that back up? But yeah, germs. We got dressed up, didn't we? We even had the little antennas on our heads, even the green tights as well. No way! Wow, pure. I haven't got any pictures of that. Thank God for that. But I'm sure my mum has. So, yeah, don't find them, Mum. Keep them away. I don't like it. Let's keep that one well and truly in the past. Scooby, love you, bro. Love you too, bruv. Absolute gem. One of my best mates ever, and I do miss you. It's good to have you in the stream anyway. So let's just crack on a little bit. I've got some videos I want you to see, and as you can tell, I'm quite excited about the whole thing. And if you know me over the years, you know I'm not really one to talk about myself and talking about all that stuff and talking about feelings. Now I'm alright about talking about feelings. I'm not that bad. But I'm not one to talk about myself, and I know I should. And this is kind of me turning over a new leaf. As you get older, you have to change, don't you? You have to sort of adapt. So I'm going to just give you a little brief history of Kev. See if you like it, and see what you don't like. If it goes well, we'll do it again. So, I suppose basically, I'm not going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'm not going to go from birth. I started when I was 6 months old. I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. I'm not going to go back that far. But bear with. There'll be some good details, some juicy details in there. I'm sure my mum and dad are in the comments. They'll let you know if I miss any embarrassing stuff out. Feel free to let everybody know. I don't mind. Apart from, obviously, really personal stuff. Don't do that. But anyway, let's just have a little go at this. This is going to be interesting. So yeah, hang in there. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know if you're liking it or not. And any questions you've got, just ask me. Just ask me within reason, and I'll try my best to answer them honestly. I've got a feeling I'm going to regret this. Okay, so basically, I feel like I need some background music, which I haven't got. Maybe next time. But basically, the story of me is when I tried to start singing when I was very, very young. Basically, the way I got into music was like anybody else. Was through the parents, through the mum and dad, listening to their music, getting brought up on all the old 70s music, T-Rex and all that kind of stuff, and which is all great. But when I started to learn to sing, I was literally, I think I was about 13 years old. I come home from school every single day, and I go up to my room, shut my door, and I had this big Coca-Cola unit CD player. You'd open the doors, and there'd be a CD player and a tape deck and a radio, and I would put music on the CD, full blast, which I'm sure my mum can vouch for right now, my mum and dad, and I would just sing. I'd just sing to anything that I liked, mainly like E17, that sort of thing. I remember they had a big part in my early singing career, was that Brian Harvey and E17. They got me into it. They gave me the bug, and then I decided, I quite like this. I won't mind joining the band. So basically, I think my mum, either I did or my mum did or my dad did. They saw an advert in the paper for a local manager looking for band members for young lads, which was in Warrington. The guy's name was Paul Finn. He was like my very first manager. So I went along to this audition and sang a couple of songs. I met a few of the auditionees and stuff, which is great. And obviously, needless to say, I did get the part, which is amazing. Which is the first ever audition I was successful with. I'd had many before that. I'd had at least, I must have gone for half a dozen auditions and stuff that never really came to anything. But yeah, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a couple of pictures up on the screen as well that I've prepared, and a few videos for you to listen to. But the first video is quite embarrassing. The first photo. It's quite very embarrassing for me, but I'm happy to. So this is a picture from when I was in a band, and the manager decided to call us a different beat. And I'll put the picture up now. There's the picture. There's a lovely picture of a different beat, titled "Living the Dream." Don't know why that was. I think that might have been me a bit later on trying to be sarky. And as you can see me there on the left hand side with them lovely curtains, the lovely parted hair, the fanny part as they call it, because the name basically comes from a song from Boyzone, A Different Beat, and I think they had an album called A Different Beat as well. So the manager decided to name us A Different Beat, which is cool, which is fine. And you can see the five lads there. On the left you can see me. The one next to me going upwards, that's Lee. The one next to Lee there on his left is Danny. The one below Danny is Kev. And the next guy next to him, I haven't got a clue what his name is. He was in there for about a day. He auditioned. He was the only guy that auditioned, so he got the part. And he were like, "Oh, by the way, we got a photo shoot. Do you fancy come and do a photo shoot?" He's like, "Yeah, why not? Yeah, killer, stellar, awesome." And he did it, and then we never saw him again, as far as I'm aware. I think his name. Oh, hang on. Was it Ty? It might have been Ty. I'm not sure. But anyway, he was there for like a day, and then that left just the four of us. So basically, we went out just as a four, and we did a lot of rehearsals and stuff for the first 6 months, and they quickly decided I was Stephen Gately, because I could get all the high notes. Kev, the other Kev, he was Ronan Keating. That's the guy on the bottom. The one stood next to me on my left, higher up, is Lee. He did Ronan now and again because he had the voice for it, but it was mainly Kev. And Danny, the taller one, he did a bit of backing vocals and dancing and stuff. So that was the first band I was ever in. So it's pretty embarrassing. Shall I just zoom in so you can see it a bit better? Just to sort of crucify myself a little bit more. As you can see me, you can probably see me, a much slimmer, much younger me. And them curtains in the hair were not my choice. That was a managerial decision. It was I had no choice basically, and I had that for years. I think we did it for about 2 or 3 years, and I hated it. He was like, "You gotta train your hair, part it every day," and I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to do that." So basically, I did it just because he asked me to, basically. And what I'm going to show you now is a bit of a video of us rehearsing. I found an old DVD, a collection of us rehearsing a long time ago. It's got a few different ones on there, but I'm just going to show you one for now. Of, I think it's Every Day I Love You by Boyzone. It was like one of the first rehearsals we used to go to. So we're quite rusty, we're quite robotic because we haven't quite learnt to move around at all, and it was very awkward. We had them corded mics which were stretched to the limit as they were, so we couldn't really dance around. Hi Jackie, how you doing? It's good to have you in. Hi. You don't miss much, just a couple of embarrassing photos. So this one is, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you hear it, because it's quite embarrassing. So you got me on the left, that's me on the left, and then it goes, I think it goes Lee, Kev, and then Danny as well. So enjoy. Quality was worse than this, so I'm glad it's improved a little bit. Yeah, that's me on the, as you're looking on the left in your Liverpool top. Zoomed in now, that's Danny and Kev. Who I'm still in touch with as well. Liverpool shirt. Lee in the middle, who does a bit of rolling. I don't see him much now. But we did do a bit of a reunion not so long ago. way before I learned to harmonise. That came a bit later. That's Lee there. He's definitely got the Ronin voice. So yeah, let's turn that off. What we got? What we got? Did that play? I hope that played. Yeah. But anyway, so that was my different beat days when the very first band I was in, and there was good times. We did all kinds of gigs. We went up and down the country. And I spent a lot of times in the blue van, being driven down by a guy called Chris, who unfortunately is not with us anymore. He passed away a few years ago. But he was a right good laugh, going up and down the country, and singing in Butlins and Pontins. We did a lot of that, and a lot of campsites, and we did a nightclub once, which was fun. And then we did like this big gig in like probably the biggest gig I've ever done, and it was terrifying. It must have been in like an aircraft carrier hangar, and there must have been 500 people there quite easily. And I remember it was a was it the B50, not B52s, B52s. They did there was a cover band of them on, and they had us on, a Boys Own tribute band, which we thought was a bit weird, but we kind of just got on with it, and yeah, it was fun. The crowd didn't like us that much. We had beer thrown at us and all kinds. It was definitely an experience, but it was without doubt the biggest crowd I have ever sang in front of, like personally anyway. It was at least 500 people, and I was like 18 and I was terrified. It was so scary. Yeah, it was definitely up there with me career, but I'd love to do it now. I'd be a lot better now in front of 500 people. Can you imagine 500 people now? Jeez. But anyway, back to the story. So yeah, basically I did a lot of that up and down the country with a different beat. We then formed a Westlife band, which I absolutely loved. I was so grateful for, because I got to shave the hair. I got rid of the fanny part in the middle of the hair. As soon as he said to me, we're going to be doing Westlife, I said, can I cut my hair? That was literally the first thing I said. And luckily he was a barber as well, an ex-barber, so he did it for me. And he had it all spiky, all up here, and when I didn't have it spiked, I had it like down here, with like little sort of hairs going here, and it was like all wet, and it was awful. But it was better than the curtains. So I've got a video of that, which I might show next time. Yeah, I'll do that next time, I think. And there's a video of me, of us singing, and it's literally my hair's like this, and it's like I was watching it today, and I was like, oh my god, what was you thinking? How did you look in the mirror and think, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. I don't know how or why I even thought that, but I was so glad to get rid of that hair. But anyway, we broke away from that. We did Westlife, and then we got offered a gig in Ibiza back in 2004, I think it was, 2004, 2005, where I joined a band. I should have a picture. I haven't got a picture. And there was a band, me, Paul, there was Matt, and there was a guy called Carl. We were in a band called Boys Club, which doesn't sound great. It kind of sounds like a German adult movie, but that was the name of the band, and we did all over Ibiza. I did that for about 6 months, and that's where I met Scooby, who was doing comparing and DJing and stuff like that. Yeah, I met Scooby over there, and we did 6 months of that, travelling all over the place, doing the clubs and the pubs in Ibiza, and it was an absolute ball. The people we met out there was just incredible. And I think I had my 22nd birthday out there in Ibiza. We had a house party. It was fantastic. It really was. The pictures I've got from that, I'll have to show you. Next time. We'll do another one of these, and I'll get pictures up. But yeah, we did that 6 months in Ibiza, and then came back from Ibiza, And then about a year later, I think I got a call from Scooby saying, basically they've got a band member who is leaving. They were in Malaga. They had a band doing basically what we were doing in Ibiza before, but like a bit more dance routines and stuff like that. And they wanted to know if I was up for it, and I was like, hell yeah, because I was living down in Essex at the time, down in Chelmsford, and I was just like, I wasn't getting any singing gigs, I wasn't doing anything, so I just jumped at it, and I said, yeah, we'll do it. So I jumped on a plane, went to Malaga, Spain, and joined up with Scooby, and pretty much, I think it was either that day or the next day. I think it was the next day. Yeah, the next day, because I think we went drinking that day. As soon as I got there, and we started rehearsals for this West Lives. I think it was West Lives it was called. And basically, it was this. I'll put pictures up now. This is the flashback one. These are the guys I was in with. Tony, Gavin, Scooby, and then little skinny old me on the right hand side. And then that's us singing on stage. That was a band I joined later on. Take that when a few years later, when a couple of the members left. But we were still in Spain at the time. It was so good, wasn't it, Scooby? It really was. And then that flashback one was one we did in the winter. We decided to stay one time in the winter. We did one summer, I think when we came back, and then we went back the next summer, and then we did a winter as well. So I stayed out there. I was out there for Christmas, which is like the first year away from the family for Christmas and stuff like that, which is really good. It was a belting time. It really was. Couldn't complain. Getting paid to sing in a sunny place. We worked for like an hour and a half, and then we go out and do whatever we want. After that, we packed the gear away, we put it away safely in the van, we took our clothes in wherever we were staying, and we'd be out till, well, I'd be out till 4, 5, 6 in the morning, sort of round the bars and stuff like that. And there was one bar we went to, we got quite friendly with, the Bailey's people, the bar staff at Bailey's, was Stacey and I think Tony at the time. We got quite friendly in there, and it basically became our second home. It really was. We had an absolute blast, and I'm going to show you a video of it now. I'll do a couple of them. I'll do a couple of our show in Bailey's bar. Although it was a tiny little bar, it was probably one of our best gigs. I mean, after the Elefante, which was a big bar which held about 100 or so, maybe a bit more. That was busy on a Monday, but we always look forward to Bailey's bar, which is the gig you'll see now. And I think the guy Gavin, his dad, recorded it. So I'll shut up and I'll let you listen. This is us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with the UK's brightest tribute to the boy band phenomenon. We put your hands together, make a lot of noise, and welcome on stage the incredible Westlife.
You doing the move, Scoop? I bet you are, aren't you? Me too. Look how skinny I was. Oh my god. So skinny. Imagine not surviving with that would be every night, 6 days a week. We would be dancing and singing in, oh god, like hot weather, and I could eat what I want and I'd stay the same sort of weight. It was great, which we did. We used to go to Chippy every night. It was awesome. I got another video as well from when you're looking like that. It's called one of the dances we used to do, one of the songs. But let me have a look at the comments a little bit. I'm dead gassy tonight, sorry. Yeah, it's true. My mum has kept pretty much all of the videos and the photos and stuff like that. She's got like a little folder. Jackie, feels like I'm getting to know you a bit more. That's what I wanted. Jackie. I wanted you to get to know me, because I've done a lot and I don't really talk about it. I really don't. I like to live in the present sort of thing, but it's nice to have a little nostalgia trip now and again. Classmate from the cop singer, but yeah, every time it comes in with the little I do that every time as well when it comes on, or at least I do in my head every time it comes on. So what we got next? We used to do Bailey's Bar, which is one of our bigger gigs. We used to love doing that every week, and we used to do there was a second set we used to do as well. The first set was Westlives, and the second set was more of a mixed boy band sort of thing. So we used to do like a bit of NSYNC, a bit of blue for the lads, and then we used to do a mixture of Motown. We had a little Motown medley and stuff, which I will show. I'll show that next time. I think I might do another one and show a bit more from the second set. There was a set we used to do, a blue set, which was just like pure physical dancing and stuff like that, which Scooby used to love doing all the time. Even when we just done it, he was like, let's do blue. We just done it. He used to love it. But it was a good crowd sort of pleaser, and it was good, which I'll show you next time. But I shall show you this next one now from the same sort of gig, from Bailey's Bar. It was around about the time when I think I fell out with the owner, with Tony, for I had a little bit of an accident. I got a little bit excited, not in that way, and basically what it was, this is why I try and stay calm, because when I get too excited and I do stuff off the cuff, things go wrong and I hurt me and the others around me. So basically, we'd all go jumping around and we'd all go into the crowd and stuff like that, and we'd go stand behind the bar, like, because we used to just like go behind the bar and stuff. And this one time I went behind the bar, which is like to the side of the stage, but if you go to the end of the bar, you'd face the stage, and that's where all the people were. So I decided to get up on what I thought was a shelf, looked perfectly safe. It had a big metal thing on it, so I thought, it's safe, it's fine. And I jumped on it, and I got on it, and it broke. And basically, the metal thing that was sat there was the dishwasher, which had the glasses in and the hot water, and it basically all just spilled out all over the floor. I was sitting there like going, "Argh!" And I was like, and then they had Tony in the background going, "What have you done? What have you done? Oh my god, oh my god!" And then literally, and he was like, "Get out, get out!" So I like sort of just ran out and panicked, and it was all right. It was just a shelf had collapsed, but because the dishwasher wasn't sealed, it just spilt out the water on the floor. This hot, boiling hot, soapy water, and he fixed it dead quick, and yeah, it was fine. And he fell out, and then he barred me from behind the bar. He didn't let me go behind the bar for a while, for a long, long time. And I think he got to the point where he was enjoying it a little bit too much, of punishing me and stuff like that. So I was barred from behind the bar for a long time, and every time I went in, I'd be like, "Hi, Tony," and I just sort of wouldn't look at him, and I'd walk. Because we'd have a gig there every week, and it was like our second home. So whenever we finished a gig, we would all go to Bailey's to watch whoever was on, and so I couldn't escape him. And he tortured me with that to this day. And I saw him not long ago, about a few years ago, and he still takes the piss out of me for that. So anyway, without further ado, this next one is When You're Looking Like That.
Oh, when you're looking like that, I'm like, when you're looking like that,
Yeah, can be. I did love this song. Really love this song. I used to do it in Wright, didn't you? Yes, Jackie was stood on a washing machine. Well, it was a shelf on a washing machine. Yeah, I did boys on as well. Oh, that's
she's all dressed up for glamour and rock and roll.
best bit in history, without a doubt.
She's out of my way. Just a week ago, she's on next to me. So ironic how I had to lose just to see. Yeah, that I failed to love you. She's taking it out tonight. Am I supposed to leave you now? Oh, when you're looking like that, I can't believe what I just gave away. Now I can't take it back. I don't wanna get lost. I don't wanna live my life without you. Am I supposed to leave you now? Oh, when you're looking like that, I don't wanna forget you, and I don't even wanna
It was tiny, but it was good. It was good. It was a good thing. Surprised I didn't break it. Like bouncing around we used to do on it. I don't think I'd last 5 seconds doing that now, you know. Especially in that heat. I think I'd know the moves, but God, I'd be absolutely knackered after about 30 seconds, I tell you. So yeah, that was our little number. We used to do When You're Looking Like That, and I think we did a little bit of What Baby, a couple of other little numbers that used to go down quite well. So yeah, that was a part of our Westlife shows. The band DFX. I got a couple of other ones that I was going to show, but it didn't have Scooby in, so I didn't want to. There's a few others that we did over Christmas and stuff like that when Scooby had to nip back to the UK for a little bit, and we carried on throughout the year. Got a lot quieter sort of towards the end of the year, but a lot of the hotels stayed open, and a lot of the sort of older couples stayed around, and we sort of adapted the show. As we did the flashback show, we did a lot of Motown and sort of that sort of thing. We just adapted it to the hotels and the audience we had, which is great. It did get cold in Spain in the winter as well. It got really cold in Spain, and then after that we did a Take That tribute as well. Sort of after Gav and Tony left, we had a couple more in. Patrick and Danny, who we sort of trained up a little bit, learned some new routines and stuff like that. I haven't got any footage of that at the minute, but like I say, I can get them maybe for a future video. So yeah, and then I did about a year and a half for that, on and off, 2 years, 3 years, and then I came back to the UK for a little while. Sort of didn't really do much. Sort of kept I just did a bit of 9 to 5, a bit of not a lot of anything really, not any singing, and I kind of missed it. I missed it a hell of a lot. And I got asked by a very old manager of mine back from my DFX days, a manager who had a friend who had a gig on which was to do with ITV. He asked to do if I'd be interested in doing a bit of work on ITV, and of course I was like, "Hell's yeah!" I wanted to do it, and he said, "Oh, by the way, it's with Westlife. You'll be singing with Westlife. Well, not with them, but you'll meet them, and you'll get to talk to them, and you'll do a bit of a sketch with them and stuff like that. And it's like a pub in the middle of nowhere. Basically, we surprised this girl who was like supposed to be like a super fan, and she thought she was going to see a tribute band, which she did. She did. We were that tribute band, and there was a guy there that I knew from the old band from Ibiza. There was 2 new guys that I never met before. One of the guys was from a band called the Fast Food Rockers. I don't know if you remember them. The ones that did the Pizza Hut song. He was sort of in it with us as well. Basically, we do a bit of the song. We'd come on stage, we'd have a little sing, and then Westlife would come in from the side and surprise this fan. And I got a bit of a video to show you, so this is it.
How you doing, folks? We're here at Brafield Working Men's Club in Northampton. We're here to surprise 27-year-old Sabrina Anzalone. Now, she thinks she's here to see a Westlife tribute act, but she's not, and she's in for a little bit of a shock. Rob, this is Rob, her boyfriend. So, Rob, is she a massive Westlife?
Massive, really massive. She's never met you before, and she wants one of your tribute bands to play at our wedding, so...
So is that why she's here?
Yeah, that's why she's here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, come. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
sort of coming out the ghosty phase. They say it's a hidden camp.
This is going to be great, guys.
They were like in plain view. And this is where she goes absolutely ballistic. Needless to say, she was surprised.
So you can get over you.
So yeah, that was the day I met Westlife. It was a good day. It really was. Enjoyed it a lot. I got to meet him, got to speak to him a little bit as well, and chatted to them a little bit. Really nice lads, absolutely amazing lads. They had a lot of time for us and the film crew and for everybody. They went round, they spoke to everybody, had a lot of time. They were really nice, really down to earth lads. And it's definitely up there with one of my biggest achievements so far. So it's it's fantastic. Let's just read some of these comments now. That just made me cry. She was fantastic, wasn't she? She was so good. She was just everything you'd want from that kind of video. She just did perfectly. She was really good, and she was really surprised. And when I say the cameras weren't hidden, they weren't. They were all there. They were all set around the place. But apparently, she thought we were just filming for a documentary, basically to do with Westlife boy band sort of thing. She had no idea whatsoever, as you can tell from her reaction, that she knew that Westlife weren't there. And it was quite funny because they're just quite they were nice. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed it a lot more than the cameras shown. It was literally, we'd sung that whole song, and they were all getting into it and they were all singing along, but from what you could see there, they weren't really into it. But I can promise you they were into it quite well, quite a lot. And then when Westlife came out, we just sort of walked off. We went into the changing rooms at the back, and we just sort of stood there going, cool. It was kind of weird. It was very strange and a very odd kind of situation, but it's something that I'd love, and I'd do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. So that was the day I met Westlife. It was great. It was just fantastic. So that's surprise fan. And then basically I just sort of went a bit quiet with the whole boy band thing. I did a couple of gigs now and again, sort of at my local pub. I did let's get a few pics up here. I did a bit of a lot of my own solo work and stuff. I did a couple of gay prides in Manchester. I've done about 2 or 3 of them. I then I did a couple of covers. I did an album, which is One Day Like This, which is basically got a lot of covers on it, sort of a few like Through the Barricades, Leave Right Now, Run, Patience, Chasing Cars, that sort of thing. I recorded a couple of them while I was in Spain, and then sort of finished them off when I got back. And then I did my own. I started to write my own sort of stuff. I kind of got a bit fed up of doing covers, and I was kind of like, I'd written songs for the longest time, and for the longest time I'd had a folder full. Let me just get rid of that. Can't see me. A folder like this full of just songs that I wrote from when I was like 14, maybe even sooner. And I thought I'm gonna do an original. So I went to a friend of mine, John Springate, who was living in I think he was living in Wales, Newport in Wales. He did a lot of songs, so he went to me. He said, "Come to me. If you got some songs, we'll get them onto onto track. I'll play guitar, and I'll do. We'll see what we can come up with." And we did. Basically, I came up with an EP of 5 songs altogether. "Time to Fly," "Don't Take Our Love Away," "I'll Be Your Angel," "No More Tears," and then a remix of "Time to Fly." And that was like my debut EP, which was okay. I did a couple of songs for that. "Time to Fly" was for an ex of mine. "Don't Take Our Love Away" was kind of, I tried to write it for Kylie. I was doing a bit of Kylie sort of. I wanted to get into the zone of like, who am I writing this for? Instead of writing it for myself, I thought I'll do it for Kylie. So I wrote that "Don't Take Our Love Away" for sort of Kylie at the time. "I'll Be Your Angel" was one that I wrote a few years later when I met somebody else. That was for another ex of mine, and "No More Tears" was for a friend of mine who lost somebody. So yeah, I did that. That was sort of my first attempt at doing solo stuff, which went okay. I was proud of it. I was absolutely made up with it. Didn't sell that off that much. I've got a shelf full. Got quite a few. So if you want one, let me know and I'll post it for free. I don't want any money for it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm giving them away for free, basically. So, and then I did another. Basically, I learned studioing. I sort of got into the old bug of, I saw what John was doing and I was like, I can do that. So I bought me first software, my first DAW, my first digital audio workspace, and I started to mix songs and stuff like that, I came up with that little album, which is just covers, like Rag and Bone Man, Skin, Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying, which is Pete's favourite, The Answer, Broke by Jake Bugg, some show tunes on there, Bring Him Home and Music of the Night. And I just sort of learnt it, and it was okay, it was good. It's passable, it's not amazing, but I sort of learnt along the way, learnt as I went, basically. So that kind of took off, and I got the bug. I got the bug for recording songs, and again, if you want it, let me know. I'll send you it for free, not a problem. I got loads of them knocking about. Whatever I've got, if you want a CD, let me know. It's yours. So yeah, I got into that. I got into the whole studio mixing and stuff like that, and then I joined college. Which brings me to more recent times. I joined a college 2 years. I'll be going into my 3rd year next year, which is absolutely crazy because I can't believe it's been 3 years since I started. It really has been. It's been amazing, and since joining this college, the talent there is just on another level. Not only the students, they're really talented, and I met some amazing people. I met Jackie there from college. She's one of my good friends. But the tutors are just phenomenal musicians, and there's a couple there that have been in bands in like the 90s and stuff that teach there now, and there's one that's in an Abbey tribute. He plays bass guitar, and there's another guy that does a lot of music production and stuff, and they're very inspiring. And it was basically I bought a guitar sort of after, I think I was working in the aquatics place. I bought this guitar, probably, it's got to be 5 years ago now, and I was like, right, I want to write originals. So what better way than to just get a guitar and just learn. So the first couple of years I was learning, you D chord, and you sort of the A chord and stuff like that. And I did it, and I was like, but the trouble was I could play slowly, and then you transition but I couldn't sing, and it took me a long time to sort of have the patience. And it wasn't until I joined the college, and I saw a lot of these people in college playing guitars who were much younger than me, playing guitars and singing, and I was like, why aren't I doing it? So I think it was for a good few months I was just like, right, I'm just going to do it. So I learned a lot of chords, and I was just like, once I got the chords and stuff like that and I was confident with it, I finally then sort of I I just sort of had a moment. I think it was the song Mad World. Original Tears for Fears, but they did a Christmas version of it. They did a while ago, and one of the guys in college was singing it, and I thought, oh, I'll know the chords for that, and I had a look at the chords, and they were easy. So I went home, did the chords, and then all of a sudden, I just started singing to it, and I could play, and it was just like an absolute eureka moment of just pure relief. I mean, it wasn't great. I didn't sing it great. I was still mucking up with the guitar and stuff, but I could, for the first time, I could sing and play. You just don't know how hard it is to just get the hand coordination and singing. It's just, and when it happens, it was fantastic. So after that, I did a couple of covers. There's one or two on YouTube somewhere. I think I did Mad World. I think that's on there. It's not perfect, but I wanted to upload it because it was the first song I ever did and sung at the same time on guitar. So it is actually there on YouTube. So yeah, and then after that, it was just like I need to write my own stuff. And I did a couple of ones. I had one in the pipe work for there was a Liverpool song that I did for Hillsborough. It's called Red and White that I did. And I had it sat in the garage for, I can't remember how long it was. It's got to be at least 5, 6, 7 years. And I asked a couple of me friend to do it who lived in Wales if he'd do it, and he said no, it's not sort of my kind of thing. So he kind of bowed out of it. So it kind of got put into like a drawer somewhere, and I was like, right, fine, it's fair enough. It's not a problem. And then I learned your G chord and your C chord, E and your A minor as well. And I was just sitting there one day, and I was just like, well, that's nice. And I was going between the two chords, and I was just like, whoa, that's nice. Whoa, whoa. And I was like, it kind of worked a little bit. So, and I started humming, sort of basically to the. And then I was like, and then all of a sudden I remembered, I was like, I've got that song, Red and White, for the Liverpool song. I thought, if I can do it. It might not be the best song in the world. So I did. I went down to the garage where I live now, and I got a couple of boxes in there, and that's a couple. There's more than a couple. These little plastic boxes you have, and it was just like I just like digging through them trying to find this song, and I came up and I found it. I was absolutely made up with it. So I then started I just got it in front of me, and I was just like, just do it. If it's crap, it's crap. And at least I've done it, and I've got closure on it, and I've done it, and then I can move on to the next one. So I wrote it, and I did. It turned out into an alright song, actually. I wish I got that queued up as well on here to let you listen to, because it's not sort of a Liverpool song, sort of a chant sort of thing. It's not, which I do as well. I've done 2 or 3 for Alison Becker. I've done one for Klopp. I've done one for Trent Alexander-Arnold. But it's not that kind of thing. It's it's a tribute to Hillsborough, and it turned out to be quite a nice song, which I might queue up for next time. I haven't got it at the moment, but if you want to listen to it, it's on me channel. So basically that was where it came from. And then while I was in college, there was one sort of unit where we had to make a song, do like a song and film a video for it. So I thought, why not do my own? So I had one sort of in the pipe work, and it was one day, and I was just on my own for one time, and I was just like, right, I need to do something. What can I do? And I went, right, I've got a song here called Be Free. I'm going to give it a go and just record it and film the video. So I'm going to do a little clip of Be Free. It's not the original video. I'm kicking myself. I should have got the original video with Jackie singing it. She does a beautiful rendition of it as well. But this is basically a clip of Be Free, of my song. I'll shut up and let you listen. Here we go. But for now, I want to just share this song with you that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks. It's a nice, quite mellow, chilled out song. Basically, it's about love, about life in general. There's quite a message, powerful message in there somewhere about staying strong and all that kind of thing. And it's a song that means a lot to me. So yeah, without any further ado, this is my song. It's called Be Free. Enjoy, guys. See you soon. Take care. Never did I hear all you were, always meant to be. Oh, holding on to everything that's not a healthy life, letting go of all the dead away can only set you right. Even in the past is all that you can really do. There's always someone out there who can fall in love with you. It just kind of happened for me, sort of thing, just playing the chords and stuff and humming and singing along, and it kind of worked. And we finished it and we did a video, and I was dead proud of it. I was so proud of it. And I kind of got the bug for it as well. And it brings me to where I'm up to today. The long and the short of it, basically, I did another song that I've wrote. I went in the studio, but I had it professionally done this time. That last one, Be Free, was me in my studio, which was, it's okay. It's okay. It serves a purpose. It's great for what it is, but it wasn't professional enough for me to sort of release. And I wrote a song not so long ago. If you've been on my Facebook page, you would have seen it. I put a little bit of a preview on there as well, and I think I put it on Facebook as well. And I wrote it. It's called We All Look Up, and I've done the whole track. I went into the studio, did paid studio time with a professional producer, and he whacked out the tunes. He's phenomenal. Absolutely, he can just play anything. He played the acoustic, he played the electric, he did the bass guitar, he did the drum fills and stuff like that. He did everything. And it's still a work in progress at the moment. So I'll let you hear a little snippet of that as well. But I'm hoping to. I want to get an EP out there, my next one. But I want it to be 10 times better than the last one that I did, the Time to Fly one. And I've got a feeling this one will be. I know it will be, because I've got a couple of songs lined up already, and I've just started working on another one the other day as well, which turned out to be quite a nice song. So it brings me full circle to today. So I'll play this next clip it's just a preview of the song that I'm working on now. It's just a snippet of it. It still needs work, but I want you to hear it and stuff like that. So this one's called We All Look Up. Starship gently touches down. Footsteps tread on virgin ground. Spaceman, spaceman, where are you? Will you be heading back home sometime soon? Everybody wants to live on the rich man's rocket machine. They say the future's way out there, and we may regret if we all stay here. Your country, where we're going and where we've been. So that's We All Look Up. It's literally just a tiny bit of it, but that's the quality I want to go for. That's what I want to do in the future. Let's have a look at this. Kev, can you do Embrace one for me next week before I go? Yeah, I'll do it. I need to get this reverb working as well. If the reverb was working, I would have been singing tonight, but I just didn't want to do nothing again for another week. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's a nice song. It's kind of basically it's kind of the whole Elon Musk going to Mars sort of thing, and based loosely on him and his travels and just space and stuff like that. So it's kind of one of the things that it just sort of came to me, and it felt quite nice and quite right. So that's the first song from the EP. Hopefully going to get about 4 or 5 songs altogether. So it's a work in progress, and I'm excited because it's new, it's fresh, it's kind of what I want to do and sort of thing, and it's kind of like it's for me to try and express myself basically, and just sort of be me for a little bit and try and sort of do something a little bit different, which is good. I like to challenge myself. Thanks, Scoob. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I really do. It does. It means a lot, and it's new. Although I've been doing songwriting for the longest time, actually making a song and projecting it out and making it sound like some sort of song that you could listen to is an amazing challenge, and I love it. It's great, and I'm learning all the time. Especially at this college and the people you've got there and the help you've got to hand in any questions you've got. You can just ask anything you want and they'll get answered. And it's shown a lot in the stuff I'm doing now. And I love me covers. I really do. I still love me covers, and I'll do a lot of covers as well. But the next sort of album will hopefully be some more originals and do a bit of... I'd like to do a video as well, maybe, and get a little bit of a video. I'm not trying to break the charts or anything like that, but I just more express myself, and I'm absolutely loving it. So that's kind of where I am at the moment, and I'm glad you joined me for the past hour and a bit. Thank you for joining me as well. It's been amazing. I hope you've learned a little bit about me that you didn't know before. And yeah, if you want, if I can do another video like this, if you want me to, say yes, say no. No, don't say no, say yes, because I've enjoyed myself a lot, and it's been nice. I don't talk about myself as much as I should, so I've enjoyed it. So yeah, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Visit my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. That's a lot. I'm asking a lot, I know. If you're on any of these media platforms, go and say hello and sign up and give us a like and follow me. And if you follow me, I'll follow you back without fail. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. And then maybe next time I'll do another one of these, and I'll do a bit more of the original stuff. Do a bit of guitar, play a bit of guitar, and sing a little bit. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Anyway, so I want to thank you again for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. So until the next time, thank you very much. And I've been me. You've been you. Thank you. See you later. Bye.